this morning, I thought we would do something oceany, like maybe some seashells. So I have some watercolors here, blues, just a simple background maybe, and some pink and brown for some shells. I don't know what I'm going to draw yet, but we'll figure it out. All right, let's see. I have a Sharpie marker. Let's make some seashell shapes. Like, how about something like this? And they don't have to be perfect. These certainly are not going to be. I'm just kind of going from my head. Oh, that looks like a balloon or a lollipop. So I believe these have like stripes on them. Something like this. So let's just do that. Make them look seashellish. Nothing has to be perfect. We're just kind of doing a 10-minute relaxing doodle to help us find that calm moment during our day. Okay, there's that one. And how about a like a spiral type of one? Maybe like something like this, maybe? How's that? And we can even do something like this, just to make it a little more interesting. And let's see, what other kind of shells are there? How about those long, skinny ones? Let's make a long, I think they look like this. Something like this. And then they kind of have like a little end on like this. I think they're kind of like cone shaped, and then they may. All right, I could have just made up this one. I don't know. I am trying to go from memory. Maybe it looks like that. Maybe it doesn't. It's okay. It doesn't matter. All right, let's draw our color in our seashells, and I'm just using browns and pinks, just because that's what I feel like doing. But you can do any color you want. If you want to make them look realistic, go for it. If you want them to be purple and green, go for it. This is your 10-minute doodle. All right, I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to just fill in this section. This looks like a brown, but it also looks like a little bit of red. I think it is a reddish. I can't see the name on it because Prismacolor pencils do have the names on them, but if you sharpen the wrong end, you sharpen off the name. But that's okay. This is some kind of red-brown. Doesn't really matter. We can choose whatever color we want, whether it's supposed to be that color or not. Like I said, if you want purple and green seashells, you do it. This is for you to unwind and just find a peaceful 10 minutes in your day. Whether you're starting off your morning, just got the kids off to school, getting ready to head to your job, getting ready to head to your commute, or grabbing a cup of coffee and getting ready to start your work at home business. Never hurts to clear your mind. And it only takes a few minutes sometimes to clear your mind. I like to clear my mind by doing these little doodles. I have a hard time just sitting quietly and meditating on nothing. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you're really good at meditation and that doesn't bother you at all. Well, that's good. I find myself extremely fidgety when I'm trying to just not think of anything. So this way I can not think of anything, but I'm also kind of preoccupied at the same time. And they say that a lot, that sometimes the best ideas come when we're doing something, I guess they say mindless, but It's not necessarily mindless, but it's something that you can do in the background, and you don't need like all your creative thinking muscles going. Like you can almost do it on autopilot. A lot of good ideas come to people in the shower or when they're driving. A lot of ideas come to people when they're driving, especially if you're driving someplace where you've done it 100 times. And you just kind of, your body just almost has muscle memory getting you to work. And I know commutes can be tedious and not enjoyable. But I've had different length commutes to work, and I always found that, well, I also was raising kids at the time, and sometimes that quiet time in the car on the way home or on the way to work was meditative in its own way. And because I was going to a job that I'd done so many times, I could actually think about other things. That actually was one of my more creative moments, was when I was driving to work. All right, let's see. How about this one right here? I got a brown. See, this one is brown. Let's try that. Give this one some brown. And I think I'm going to alternate that with a hot pink over there. Colors that I don't think exist. Well, maybe the brown exists in the seashell, but not. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think hot pink exists in a seashell. But then again, we have octopus, and they change color. So who knows? Maybe there is a hot pink. Or those little shrimps. There's like these little mantis shrimps. Peacock shrimp? Is there a peacock shrimp? Seems like I remember hearing about a peacock shrimp. But they have some pretty colors on them. Cuttlefish. That's what I was thinking too. Cuttlefish. I think that's, I don't know if that's a class all by itself or if it's some kind of a squid. But those octopus and cuttlefish, and they can change to some amazing colors. And they do it so fast. All right, you ready for this? Ooh, look at this. Wow, look at this pink. This pink will burn out your retinas. That's okay. We don't always have to go for reality. Actually, I think it's more fun sometimes when you don't. When you specifically don't go for reality. Maybe it makes people notice a little bit more. Maybe it frees your brain to start thinking out of the box in everyday life. If you want to think about unleashing your creativity, I have another, the same channel, but there's a different playlist of videos that I am compiling. This channel, I'm just starting this channel, so I don't have a lot of videos yet, but the other aim of this channel is to help people start thinking out of the box and expressing their creativity and not being afraid of being different in your art, in your creativity, and your way of thinking. So, if you want to learn more about freeing up your creative muscles, then that might be a good videos for you to watch. Those are in progress right now. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do this. How about that? And we're going to do this one. You know, these almost look more like candy than they do seashells. But that's all right. We could call them candy instead. Those are those happy accidents. You start out doing one thing and it ends up being something else. And that's perfectly okay. All right, let's do a little bit of background. This video, I like to keep them at 10 minutes, and this one is just about at 10 minutes. So we're just going to do, oh, my heat just kicked on. You might hear that in the background. It is definitely getting toward winter here in New England. Maybe that's why I wanted to do seashells. Remind me of the beach. It's already getting cold here. I just needed some beach time. Yeah. We'll just do some blue background for this. You don't even have to put background on if you don't want to. Do whatever you want. And if you only have 5 minutes, doodle for 5 minutes. Doesn't matter. Whatever you have time for. This is to be relaxing, get you started, get you off to a calm start to your day. So there's no pressure on what you do. Not at all. I'm just going to finish up some blue areas here. Maybe we'll just put some blue over here. That. We don't worry too much about staying in the lines. If we go out of the lines, we go out of the lines. Not a big deal. This is blue. This is Mediterranean blue. I'm just going to maybe darken it up a little bit underneath the shells or the pieces of candy, whatever way you want to interpret these. Yeah, how about that? Just give them a little darkness around here. Maybe the water's pooling a little bit over here. There we go. You may even have done this in graphite. That's fine. These would be shades of gray. Maybe your shades of gray seashells would be more realistic than my hot pink ones. There we go. How's that? Shall we call it? All right. Well, hopefully this helped you a little bit. Get off to a good start on your day and helped you be calm and relaxed. And now you can go forward and have a fantastic day. All right. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.